Greetings from LA, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I very much hope that this video finds you well and in very good spirits wherever you are in the world. It's right now, we are in the midst of June 2025, and this video is quite overdue in the sense that several weeks ago, the Criterion Collection made its announcement with regard to its planned releases for August 2025. Now, I've been very tardy regarding my reaction video for this. So for those who have been waiting eagerly for what it is, I might have to say, I apologize for keeping you waiting. I apologize indeed. But if it's okay with you, I'd like to share with you right now my thoughts and comments with regard to the planned releases for August 2025 from none other than the great, the one, the only, the fantastic team of the Criterion Collection. Before I go on, of course, you will find more in-depth information and stuff about the cover art designs, the planned cover art designs, the specs, the technical specifications, the special features, the write-ups on the films, as well as same information for all the other films in the physical media catalog of Criterion. You can go to the website of the Criterion Collection directly for more information. Certainly much more informative than anything I might have to offer in a video like this. So I strongly recommend checking out the Criterion Collection website for further information or for more in-depth information. But if it's okay, let me share with you just my initial thoughts and comments. These might change when the items actually arrive and I get a chance to explore them again. But if it's okay with you, let me just share with you how I feel right now. I'm very excited. First up, scheduled for release August 5th, 2025. And this is for Spine number 379. It's a film that already exists in the Criterion Collection physical media catalog, but we're getting what's described as a new 4K digital restoration. And it seems like we're getting, among other things, a 4K plus Blu-ray treatment here. Film is from 1956, and the name of the filmmaker is Kon Ichikawa. And the name of the film in English is The Burmese HARP. So the Burmese HARP already exists in the Criterion Collection physical media catalog. It is a splendid film. It is haunting. It is complex. It is a story that is enmeshed in the very difficult themes of Japan and the Second World War. And it's done in this very sincere and direct effort this way by one of the great filmmakers of Japanese cinema. That's Ichikawa, Kon Ichikawa. So this is one to watch. And if you haven't seen it, then now is your opportunity with this new 4K planned 4K release. I should point out that it looks like we're going to get, we have the option of the 4K plus Blu-ray or the single disc Blu-ray. We don't have here, according to the Criterion website, a DVD option. And I'll mention that when we talk about the next film, but just keep that in mind. But I'll be going for the 4K plus Blu-ray release when it arrives in the start of August. And as I say, it is Ichikawa's The Burmese HARP is one of those films that just stays with you when you see it. So believe me, it really resonates. It's very powerful indeed. So this is the first film up on August 5th. That is The Burmese HARP. Next, also scheduled for release August 5th, 2025 at Spine number 378. This is a film from 1959. This is also from the filmmaker Kon Ichikawa. This is a film which is called Fires on the Plain. Oh gosh, here's another very brilliant, tough, complex film. It is disturbing in a lot of respects. It is no holds barred in a lot of respects. It is very, I think, very poetic in a lot of respects, and is another masterful example of the genius that is Ichikawa's cinema. This is another great one. It already currently exists, as I say, at Spine number 378, but it looks like we're getting, again, the 4K, described as a new 4K digital restoration, which is very promising, very exciting indeed. I I should mention too that the website says that the physical media options for Fires on the Plane is 4K plus Blu-ray release, or the single disc Blu-ray release, or the single disc DVD release. As of the time of this video making, I didn't see a DVD selection for the Burmese HARP, the other Ichikawa film that is mentioned in this August release slate. So, but I'm glad that the DVD option is still being made available where possible. Again, if you have not seen this film, Fires on the Plane, I think this is your great chance to watch this. It is stunning. It is absolutely stunning. I can't wait to watch, as I say, this new 4K digital restoration, what that has in store for all of us. Of this very powerful film from one of the great filmmakers, Kon Ichikawa, and that is Fires on the Plane, scheduled for release also August 5th. Next, scheduled for release on August 12th, 2025, and this is for spine number 1273, and this is a film which is from 1958, single disc Blu-ray option or single disc DVD option as being the format options available for this film. The name of the filmmaker is Youssef Chahine, and the name of the film in English is CAIRO Station. CAIRO Station is getting a new 4K new release, purported to be based on a new 4K digital restoration, a single disc Blu-ray option, or a single disc DVD option. So it's nice to see the DVD format alive and well. This film, Shahine's CAIRO Station, is magnificent. Many years ago, I had heard of this film, and Shahine and CAIRO Station and other films by this filmmaker, but I never had a chance to see them. And my knowledge of Egyptian cinema is next to nil, I admit. But when I heard a number of brilliant things about it over the years, and again, I'm not at all an expert, but it had always been one that was on my radar. So when I recently subscribed to the Criterion channel, the streaming service of Criterion, I discovered, lo and behold, yes, CAIRO Station is, I think, now it's available for streaming. So you can watch it now if you have the Criterion channel. As I think, yes, yes. So having watched it on the Criterion channel streaming service, I was totally stunned and blown away by it. It is a tour de force of a film. Really top-notch indeed. I've seen it now twice, and I can't wait to see it many more times. It has that kind of sustaining power. So dramatic, so full of a type of force and life. A lot of force to this film, CAIRO Station. So very intriguing indeed. I am very excited for this. And also, as I mentioned, my knowledge of Egyptian cinema and the cinema Shahine is next to nil. So just of the snippets of information I've gathered, I've heard here and there, but definitely not anything to brag about. My knowledge base, again, is very, very limited. So the supplements here that appear to be part of the release of CAIRO Station are also very enticing indeed. This is very exciting news. Really exciting news. So this is scheduled for release August 12th, 2025. And this is the film CAIRO Station. Next, scheduled for release on August 19th, 2025. And this is Spy Number 1275. These are two films. One film from 1994 and the other film from 1996 from the same filmmaker. So it's two films in one release. This release appears to be a 2-disc Blu-ray format only availability, according to the Criterion website. And these are two films from the same filmmaker. This is a release which is called A Confucian Confusion, MAHJONG, two films by Edward Yang. And they are purported to be based upon, this release is purported to be based on new 4K digital restorations of the films. A Confucian Confusion by Edward Yang from 1994, and MAHJONG by Edward Yang in 1996. Both will be emerging in the Criterion Collection Physical Media Catalog, mid-August, August 19th. So, this is a very welcome bit of news indeed. Very, very welcome bit of news indeed. I have been pining for these. I have always wanted these films to be in the Criterion Collection. I have seen these films. I saw them on official Japanese DVD releases that were released many, many years ago, but have since fallen out of print. They weren't the most pristine of presentation copies. They were a bit rough around the edges. And they were at the time, or they were Japanese DVDs only available with Japanese subtitles, no other language subtitles. Mahjong and Confucian. I adore the works of Edward Yang, including these films. I've spoken about these films in separate videos from several years back, and they're still available on this YouTube channel. And whenever the question was asked, Daisuke, what films would you like to see released by Criterion, and films that you'd like to see in the Criterion Collection? These films always came up as my answers. Mahjong and Confucian. So it's really lovely to see them released in this way. And they are further editions of Edward Yang films that we already have in the physical media catalog of Criterion already. Those being Taipei Story and A Brighter Summer Day and EE. And now we have Confucian, which is a marvelous film. Again, the younger generation in modern day, seeing maybe career success and financial success, but that success does not seem necessarily always to be matched in, say, their success with relationships or their success with living, and then finding what it is expected of them versus what it is they want, etc. And it's a wonderful, brilliant construction of intersecting lives that Edward Yang does so well. Confucian. It is a beautiful construction indeed. And Mahjong, also a modern day tale, or tales, because it is a multitude of stories wrapped together in this brilliant construction. We have also the generational shifts, generations, parents and children, that may not always be congruous. We have relationships among friends, members, also cross-border language that might lead to a miscommunication, or indeed perfect synchronicity, as the case may be, in some of the stories that we see in Mahjong. There is happiness, there is levity, there's also tragedy and sadness. This is the case of the great Mahjong by the great Edward Yang. This is one of those films that is supremely classic. So, needless to say, I am very thrilled that these films are coming to the collection in this way. It would have been nice to see them individual releases, but I can't complain too much in that department. The fact that they're being released like this is miraculous. So, and they were released in these 4K restorations, I think a couple years ago. Janus Films toured them around the United States. I personally was never able to watch the restorations in a theater. So this will be my first time to watch the restoration versions. I have seen the films before, but not in the restoration versions. So I'm very excited for this. Just the announcement alone just gives me goosebumps. I'm just it makes me very happy, very happy. These two films, I hope, get seen by as many people as possible. If you liked Brighter Summer Day and if you liked EE, Taipei Story, you will really take to these films, I know. Confucian, Mahjong, two films by Edward Yang. Wow. The wows keep coming. Scheduled for release also August 19th, 2025. This is Spy Number 1272, or film 1946. And this is purported to be based on a new 4K digital restoration, according to the website. of a film by the filmmaker Vittorio De Sica. And the name of this film is Shoeshine. 4K digital restoration, you'll get your choice of the 4K plus Blu-ray or the Blu-ray or the DVD. So the DVD is alive and well still. And it's an option for Shoeshine. De Sica's Shoeshine is coming to the Criterion Collection as well. This is also fantastic. This is big news. Shoeshine is, this is a film that I have not seen. I've seen the film, but not the restoration version. And when I saw the film, it was admittedly kind of a roughed up copy of it. So I am very much looking forward to this, very, very much indeed. It is such a moving work, sort of a children's perspective, but on a landscape that is far removed from a sort of sense of innocence. But on the other hand, it is filled with a lot of danger and risk across its terrain. In terms of 1940s and Italy. It is such a powerful and remarkable work from one of the great filmmakers of the ages. This is De Sica. So Shoeshine is coming to the Criterion Collection. Again, August is shaping up to be a wow month indeed. This is very exciting news. And then the new 4K digital restoration to boot. This is another emotionally resonant, powerful work. Gosh, very exciting. This is, again, De Sica's Shoeshine. Okay, here's a film that is part of the Janus Contemporaries lineup. So you can get either the single disc Blu-ray or the single disc DVD. I'm a big fan of the Janus Contemporaries lineup. They tend to be films that I have not seen, being contemporary films from 23, 24. Here is a film from 1924. I have not seen this film. According to the website, this is from filmmaker Maura Del Perro, and the name of the film is Vermiglio. So I have not heard much about this work. I've not heard much about this indeed. So this will be a first-time watch for me. I will wait until the Janus Contemporaries disc is available to watch, and I'll watch it with this disc. But as I say, the Janus Contemporaries lineup, just taking a step back generally, let me say that it has not disappointed once yet. Each film in the Contemporaries lineup has been a stunner. I have been pleasantly surprised and so moved and absorbed into these works. They have been wonderful selections thus far. So if past choices are any indication, then I know that I'm in for a treat indeed. So this is scheduled for release August 26th, 2025. The Janus Contemporaries lineup continues with this work, Vermiglio. Next, scheduled for release. This is a lovely surprise. Scheduled for release August 26, 2025. And this is for spine number 1276. The name of the filmmaker is Alice Wu. And this is from 2004. The name of the film is Saving Face. Saving Face. Oh, this is so wonderful. I've only seen this film once, and it was on a DVD. And I saw it on the strong enthusiastic recommendation of a friend of mine at the time, and it was such a surprise and delight for me. And at the time, I had no idea what to expect with the film Saving Face. I had no idea. I had no knowledge about Alice Wu and what would be part of this. Really a genuine, heartfelt film filled with a number of, it had comic tones, it had a real sincere, dramatic tone to it, a real resonant film that I was so happy to see. But again, I've seen it only the one time, but not since. And so now fast forward to 2025, and here it is. There are things that I remember about the film, and I'll have to remind myself of other aspects of the film when I see it again. But what a great great film. Speaking of generational shifts and parents and children and the sort of the cross divide. This is great, absolutely great. Joan Chen and others are in this. Great film. It's a lovely surprise to see this. So I haven't thought about this film in quite a while, but it'll be nice to reintroduce myself to this world of Alice Wu. Great stuff. So this is scheduled for release August 26, 2025. It's going to be a single disc Blu-ray. And it looks like it's described as the high-def digital master, SPY number 1276, 2004. I haven't seen this film in a long time. This is great. This is the film Saving Face. Okay, last but certainly not least, this is another big one. This is scheduled for release also August 26, 2025. For SPY number 1274, you have your choice of either the single disc Blu-ray or the single disc DVD. For a film from 1999, the name of the filmmaker is Zeinabu Davis, and the name of the work is Compensation. This is a film that I have not seen. I have heard a number of things about it. It has a kind of aura to it. I wouldn't consider myself, again, an expert when it comes to cinema, and I not at all. But I have heard things, not many, but I've heard a number of things about it, and so I've always wanted to catch up with it and see it. But it's, to my knowledge, it's never been. I don't think it's been made available, or at least if it has, it's been. I don't know where to have seen it. At least on VHS or DVD or anything like that. So I think this could be one of the first times, if not the first time, it'll be made available in this sort of physical media release in this way. But it is it has this huge reputation in terms of this voice of this filmmaker, Zeinabu Davis, and also sort of establishment of its place in this sort of a milestone of a sort of a genuine voice in sort of American independent cinema. And so it has this. I mean, it's kind of legendary in that way on the one hand, but it's also been maybe, to my knowledge, almost impossible to watch. Maybe it was available, I think, to watch recently on Criterion streaming service. I'm not sure, but if it had, I was not able to catch up with it on any streaming service if it had been available. But now it's made, with those issues of lack of availability, those are now resolved, because Criterion will be releasing this film in August. The end of August 26th. So this is also great cause for celebration. I am truly excited for this. Truly excited for this. I have not seen this film, so it has a kind of legend status that will be, it'll be kind of a sort of a dream come true in a manner of speaking, to be able to see this. This is the work, again, scheduled for release August 26th for SPY number 1274. It's exciting. This is the work, which is Compensation. All right, that concludes the announcements there. Well, there's also there's some other announcements by Criterion about some films and releases regarding the films of Wes Anderson for September, but I'll talk about those in a separate video. But for now, let me just stop here and just focus in on this wealth of cinema that's being represented in the August releases by Criterion. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 films being released over 8 releases. Taking into consideration the 2 film release of the Edward Yang films. So that is a whole lot of cinema. And we're having some of these films that are releases of films that had been maybe very difficult to access up to recently. So, and seeming like we're getting 4K restoration or digital transfers of films that had maybe been made available, but you might not necessarily have seen perhaps the most pristine copies, etc. plus some films that are already in the Criterion collection but are now getting alternative 4K releases. So, and Janus Contemporary lineup is also being represented. So across the board, this is stunning release slate, in my humble opinion. Really is. It seems to be just crossing so many lines, checking off so many check boxes, and really, it's a stunner of an announcement. I really am amazed. Again, from the films that I haven't seen, the Del Perro work, and also Compensation, the Vermiglio and Compensation, I'm very much excited for those. And then films that I had not seen, or maybe films that I had been acquainted with recently, but I know of their importance. Speaking of the work like CAIRO Station, and of course the brilliance of Daisuke's Shoeshine now being given this great wealth of a release. The Konichikawa films being re-released, Fires on the Plain, the Burmese Harp, the Alice Wu film Saving Face, and then of course I have to speak about the Edward Yang films that had been very difficult to find, Confucian, and MAHJONG, but now that difficulty is no longer, or we just have to wait a little bit more until we'll be able to watch those. So this is a sort of fist-pumping yes moment, really is. This is I mean, it's surprising, it's shocking, it is breathtaking. So that's how I feel, and I don't know how you feel, my dear friends. Please let me know in the comments section below how you think. I mean, if you are excited, if you're not excited, if you're like meh, if you're, thank you, I'll pass, that kind of thing. That's fine. No, your opinions and your viewpoints are so valuable to me. So, please let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what it is you have to say. But for my 2 cents, I think this is stunning. This is really stunning. And in many ways, we have these cinema journey dreams come true that seem to be happening here in a lot of respects. So, oh my goodness, this is great stuff indeed. So that's August 2025 for the Criterion Collection. Again, let me know what you think. Please feel free to comment below. But let me end it here. There will be a separate video about my views on Wes Anderson. So stay tuned to this YouTube channel for more updates as they come. But until the next video, my dear friends, please continue to be happy and healthy and well. And please keep on watching a lot of great movies, including films in the Criterion Collection and beyond. My dear friends, thank you so much. So until we meet again, stay strong, stay safe, and cheers.